social. I'm extrovert. I used to play a lot. My first dream was to become a traffic policeman. I used to be damn impressed. My mother said, "Go ahead." I tell all juniors, you should be like a sponge. You must absorb everything. You must try to learn. You will learn from a peon, you will learn from a babu, you will learn from an tahsildar, you will learn from a tahsildar. What I loved about my profession, it's challenging. It throws up different challenges every time. So I remember one senior telling me, जब इतना high level post लेते हो तो this is all a part of the game, right? इससे भी लड़ना सीखो, लड़ो. So I said, okay, सड़क की लड़ाई है तो हम सड़क पे लड़ेंगे. No skill is a waste. No skill. So learn anything, learn properly. You don't know वो कब काम में आएगा.
I am your host Gaurav Garg and we welcome all our viewers to our show Amazing Mentor. Today with us is Dr. Aruna Sharma. She is an Indian Administrative Officer of 1982 batch Madhya Pradesh cadre, retired after her work in Steel and Information Technology for Government of India. She has always focused to have holistic approach and establish system in all her postings for ensuring sustainable quality outcomes. She has 2 books reaching the last beneficiary, Resources Convergence Mantra Model 2008 and Impact of Resource Convergence in Policy Making, Program Design and Execution 2014, released by UNDP. She conceived and launched governance softwares like Samagra, GEMS, and coordinated for DBT. She was in 5-member high-level committee of RBI for deepening digital payment. Her writings are published by UNDP, FAO, National and International Journal of Repute like DPR. She is presently following University of Bath in UK and working on accelerating the success and sustainability of SDGs by restoring to common household database. It's an honor to welcome Dr. Aruna Sharma to our show, Amazing Mentor. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, Gaurav, for such kind words. Please go ahead.
It's my pleasure, ma'am. So tell us about your childhood and hobbies you enjoy as a child.
Oh, as a childhood, I think we had a very protected childhood because my father was in a public sector, BHEL. So we were staying in a colony in Bhopal. So we had all the facilities of a colony, safety of a colony, school of a colony, great company where study was definitely focused besides games. And every vacation we used to join to learn something. Some of the things we continued, some of the things do stand by you because skills you never forget. I did my schooling from nursery to 11th in Bhopal. Then my father got transferred to Hyderabad. So my graduation, post-graduation and entrance exam for the civil service, I took it from Hyderabad and opted for Madhya Pradesh cadre. I was All India 12th rank. So I got a Madhya Pradesh and I was back in Madhya Pradesh. So that has been my cadre.
So how was you as a child, introvert or extrovert?
Oh, that's very difficult. Like if I analyze myself, people will think me to be extrovert, but then I draw a line. I'm a very personal person. There are a lot of areas which nobody knows, only I know kind. Yes, I am social. I am extrovert. I used to play a lot, do everything, but then I cut off. I love to be alone also. I can equally enjoy being alone. So that's how it is.
So what was your dream profession as a child and how many times did it change?
A brilliant question you have asked. My first dream was to become a traffic policeman. I used to be damn impressed. First of all, starched clothes, then standing there, and his one sign and everything stops. So that was my first dream. Then after that, I was thinking to pursue medicine, but somehow I just developed maybe a complete dislike for the profession. I did get admission in medical college, was there for 10-15 days, but then I decided, I don't know, at that young age, something snapped. I am not able to put my finger on as yet as to what snapped. And then I decided not to pursue, so I did my science graduation. And after graduation, when I was absolutely thinking to go for research and other things, we had a wonderful neighbor in Hyderabad. There are some neighbors with whom you have a family relation, but there are some neighbors you just know they are the neighbors. So he is that kind. You just know they are your neighbors. And we being tenants there, definitely we didn't have a long links with people. So he used to see me playing around when I had given my final year exams and awaiting the results. So he called me one day and he said that you stay in that particular house. I said, yes. He said, what are you doing? I said, I did my graduation papers. And what are your plans for the future? I said, I haven't given a bigger thought as yet. Let me see, because there is an entrance exam for PG course also and everything. So I'm still wondering which line to pursue and how to go about it. Then he said, why don't you come to civil service? Why don't you give exam for civil service? Now, I come from a family where you have professionals. You have engineers, doctors, chartered accountants, that kind of a family. So I said, what is that? Right. Absolutely non-serious about it. Then he said, okay, if I ask your parents, will they allow me to take you with me to the office tomorrow? I said, my father is abroad, but you can ask my mother. My mother permitted. Next day, he took me to the Andhra Secretariat, the erstwhile Andhra Pradesh, Hyderabad Secretariat. And there I went, very senior couple, Mr. and Mrs. Bhide. Of course, at that young age, I had just turned 19, finished my graduation paper and everything. So I was happily sitting there on a sofa having my mango shake and watching them. And then I thought, okay, this sounds interesting and I think it will fit to my personality. So I will pursue it. So after coming back, I told my mother, yes, this is what I want to do. And I was quite young, you have to be 21. So I enrolled myself to post graduation. And along with that, I started my preparation. That is it.
So, what all challenges you faced while preparing for civil service examination?
I was a science student, absolutely a science student. And here I decided to take the subject of history and psychology. And that too, I had a very scientific approach for it. History, I decided because I realized in general studies also you will have to study a lot of history. Because in general studies, there are a lot of questions related to its history, beside ancient Indian, modern India history, even the world history. Right. So I thought, double kyun padna hai? Let me take history. So that one study, at least I'll cover one part of the general studies. And second subject, I took psychology for the simple reason when I went through the printed in Economic Times, the syllabus, the employment news. So I found it to be the shortest in print. So I thought, okay, let me go for it. So this is how, a very, very little scientific and little unscientific way of zeroing on subject. But once I decided on subject, I didn't listen to anybody. People said, oh, political science is good, or this is good, that is bad. Nothing. I said, okay, these are my two subjects. Let me go ahead with it. Maybe at that age, you are quite naive. So you're not wondering what happens if I fail, right? At that age, you say, okay, I'll give my best. So that was the attitude. And I started preparing. So one challenge was, of course, these were entirely new subjects. But I went at my own pace in a very systematic way to study it. My absolutely scientific approach to answering it. I think maybe that helped.
So, what was the reaction of your parents when they came to know, okay, now you have become an officer?
My mother, of course, gave me full support. We still say the credit goes to my mother because my father was posted abroad then for 2 years. And we were there because my brother was also in class 12 and I was preparing for civil service. So both in critical phase of our lives. So my mother said, go ahead. I still remember, they had a fees of 1500 rupees per subject. So for two subjects, 3000 rupees. And my mother immediately paid it. Whereas she used to really hackle for our pocket money. So I think, I was absolutely aghast. I came home and I told her, you paid off 3000 rupees, mummy. He said, yes, you study. And I think maybe that also had a mental pressure on me. Oh my God, my mother has paid the fees. I better be serious about it. So that was there. And my father said, till she clears, I will not say, because she was talking to become a doctor and decided not to become. So let me see what she do here. That is how it was. And when, of course, the results came, that time they flashed my photo in Delhi. And then, the TV. The television was Doordarshan and news used to come only in Delhi. So we could not see it in Hyderabad. But one of my father's friends saw it and informed that, okay, she's one among the toppers. Next day in newspaper, though I just couldn't see my name. I still remember my brother highlighted it and showed it to me. Because, I was literally so tense, I couldn't see it. And that's how it was. Of course, they were thrilled. My brother was absolutely thrilled. He was then in the hostel of his engineering college, jumping around. So that is how it was.
So, where did you started your career journey from?
Of course, the training in Mussoorie, but I was allotted Madhya Pradesh. And Raipur, the present Chhattisgarh, was there. And that's how was my training district. And I think that gave me a wonderful insight. because one, it was one of the biggest districts. Then it had everything. It had industry, it had tribal areas, it had law and order issues, it had union issues of the industry, the labor issues, the forest issues, being thick forest areas. So I think that gave me a brilliant exposure, and I must thank my collectors, the first two collectors with whom I was under training and with whom I worked, because they allowed me to learn. And I tell all juniors, at that time you should be like a sponge. You must absorb everything. You must try to learn. You will learn from a peon. You will learn from a babu. You will learn from a nab tasildar. You will learn from a tasildar. Really, you learn from everybody because they have an experience and they'll tell you. And if you are a learner, because in our training, you are made to work like a patwari for 10 days. So literally, I still remember he was an award-winning patwari to whom I was attached, and the way he prepared a question paper, right? In the sense, if there is a land, half of it is sold, it is split between brothers. Then there are daughters also. Then what will happen? So how are you going to number the land? How are you going to divide it? How are you going to fill it? And you are supposed to fill all those columns of Kasra and Katwani. And I'll tell you, that was like a perfect learning for me. That helped me later when you try the revenue cases. One, look at it and you know where the problem is or where the messing has been done. So that is how it was. Then you are posted as a BDO for a month. Then you are posted as an SDO, given charge of an SDO for 2 months or so. And then you are attached to different departments like agriculture, irrigation, police, everything. I still remember in police we did interrogation also. So all that hesitation was out to try the tricks to extract the real information and everything. So I think I had very brilliant seniors at that time, commissioner, the IG police, the SP, the collector, where I was given a free hand, and I was hardly allowed to be in Raipur after initial training. I was sent across the district everywhere for different kinds of training. So that gave me a wonderful insight and sort of grounded me very well, very, very well. Then I was SDM Baloda Bazaar. Today it is a district, it is also in Raipur. And Baloda Bazaar had 6 blocks. It's the largest subdivision in the country. So that also gave me a very, very good insight. And one story I'll tell you, that set the ball rolling. I remember there were very strong ministers from that district. And such good respect, bureaucrats and ministers, everybody have for each other. Because I still remember, like, as a trainee, I was staying in a guest house, and guest house has only 2 rooms. And in the night, I heard a lot of noise, and then morning, nobody. So morning, when I got up, I came out, I asked, कि हल्ला क्यों सुनाई दे रहा? He said, नहीं, वो मंत्री आए थे, उनको पता चला कि वो लेडी प्रोबेशनर है, तो उन्होंने कहा नहीं, हम घर में रुकेंगे क्योंकि फिर उनको डिस्टर्ब होता रहेगा. So see that level of decency, that thing. And as an SDM, I remember, you get a lot of those things, do this, do that, signed by ministers. So I kept on keeping it in my drawer because I knew half of the things is not possible to do. So next time when I came, I went to meet him in the guest house and I told him this is not possible to do it. A very seasoned minister and a politician, he told me. He said, I will not say no to anybody. Whosoever comes to me, I'll write on that to you, do it, right? And I'll put my signature. Now to check whether it is possible or not possible, whether it is rules or not rules, whether it is correct or not correct, it is your job. If you do it, I'll take the credit. If you don't do it, I'll say, Madam, khad dimag hai, sunti nahi. Right. And I think that enabled me to establish relations with the political bosses in future. So very, very clear in mind. And I realized in my 38 years of career that 80% of the time there is no clash because the politician also has to deliver and you also have to deliver. So you have common points, and if you exchange information, then your feedback mechanism becomes very strong because you actually meet very different set of people. Politicians meets a different set of people. You meet general public and different set of people. So if you exchange information, the truth will come to your table, and you will be very correct in your judgment, your policy making and your execution, and therefore you will get better results. 20% you will have irritants, and like I told you, that is the way to handle it. So that was how I started my career in Baloda Bazaar and Raipur. Now, of course, a part of Chhattisgarh.
So what all challenges you faced while starting off your career once you have become an
Oh,
officer?
very, very, very interesting. First of all, like I told you, I come from a public sector family, so there was no distinction between a girl or a boy. So I was really surprised when people used to talk. Oh, the girl is to be treated equal. I said, what does it mean? I mean, I never seen it in my extended family or anywhere, and that was really revealing that how people are treating different depending on gender. And sometimes you had a very interesting case. Once I remember a doula with all mendi and everything landed up, and you are very young. You are just 22, at that time. So doula lands up and he says the girl refuses to marry. And in the night 10 o'clock or something, तो हम तो बारात लेके आए हैं और वो तो ऐसा हो गया हंगामा हो गया and big hangama happening, and you trying to advise them कि if girl is refusing, what's the point of you hanging around? You better pack up things and go off. Even if the Samaj forces, it's not going to make sense. Similarly, I remember once these family planning camps used to be there, operations and everything, and it was post much later than emergency. So those willing people used to come. So I remember it was around 1 o'clock in the night. The jeep came and the doctors came who had gone for some camp, and they came back and they came. So of course, and that was the time I learned to be always ready, no matter whatever, always accessible. So they came and then they said, "Ki madam, ek gadbad ho gayi." One of the lady died while operating. We said, "What did you do?" They said, "We did not say anything there. We just kept her aside." And then we said, "There is complication. We have to take her to Baloda Bazaar." So उसको जीप में बिठाया, उसके husband को जीप में बिठाया और हम यहाँ लेके आए. So the husband, and we convinced and proved to the husband कि उसको cremate कर दो, खत्म करो बात को. So I said, "Where is the body?" They said, "बाहर जीप में रखी हुई है." और husband गायब है तो वो भी बाहर बैठा हुआ है. So then I remember, the common sense works. I told them कि no, you must get the postmortem done. Absolutely no problem on that. Let tomorrow morning there be a postmortem. And then I talked to the husband, and then I talked to the medical department. And there was a rule in case that happens, a big amount is to be paid. And there are 3 children. So in the post office, I got the money in the name of 3 children and to the husband. The collector, I sent the proposal to collector. He sanctioned it within 24 hours. And the health department offered a waterman's job to the husband. And all postmortem was conducted. So at that young age, I realized that if you believe in justice, right, and you may be a little inexperienced, but 99% you will be right. You just cannot go wrong. Because, if you believe that and if you're firm about it, then people will stand by you. So, of course, there was a big industry coming. Modi cement plant came up there then. So that was also a very interesting experience to see how industries are brought in and done and everything. So I think the grounding was brilliant, and that credit I give to the experienced ministers, MLAs of those times, and the senior bureaucrats, both in all the departments as well as the police and of course the IS, and that helps you. And I still remember as a trainee, once the revenue commissioner had come, and then he told the collector कि इसको 14 orders दे दो लिखने के लिए. That time तो I hated that person. Absolutely, totally hated. मैं कहा ये क्या दे दिया मेरे को लिख. But then, later on in the life, I realized that it helped. And those 14 cases were very selectively picked up. And then I realized the importance of your speaking order, short, precise, to the point, clarity into how you think. And that is how I help. So that is why I'm saying you have to be like a sponge to learn from everywhere. And you don't know it. No skills you lose. No skills you lose. It's always there with you. Right?
So what's that one thing you love about your profession the most?
Oh, what I loved about my profession, it's challenging. It throws up different challenges every time. And one thing I learned, because in our kind of a service, you go alone. You don't carry your team with you. But I found one thing, people say कि लोग करना नहीं चाहते हैं, काम नहीं करते हैं, ये नहीं करते हैं. I got very challenging posting. I was the first lady to be collector in a district which was communal, 10 hypersensitive communal districts are there. I was there. And before I joined, they had a real bad roids there. And I was there for 3 years in that particular district. And we involved the youth. We organized village games. Then from village, you come to panchayat level, panchayat to block, block to subdivision, subdivision to district. And the games were organized by the local constable and patwari. So all youth they knew by name, everybody. और बदमाशी youth ही करता है. So that is the way we never had a law and order problem at all, and communals out of question. So we were in talks with the Qazis and the Pandits and everybody, getting prompt information immediately, inside information immediately. I still remember once, two incidents at that place. Once there was a sparking point. It was possible. I still remember I and SP, we like a good cop, bad cop, we were playing the games, and we arrested 11 people from both sides of the community. Right? We said we know these people have done. And then I remember telling them a story कि माँ जो है पड़ोसी अगर बच्चे को थप्पड़ मारे तो बुरा लगता है, बट माँ खुद के बच्चे को थप्पड़ मारे तो बुरा नहीं लगता है. सो बेटर आप ही उन यूथ को निकाल के मेरे पास लेके आओ, क्योंकि हमें तो पता है कौन है, नहीं तो हम पकड़ेंगे जाके. वो फिर दोनों कम्युनिटी वाले जिन्होंने गलती किया उनको पकड़ पकड़ के ला के हमारे सामने बिठा दिया. एंड देन वी ऑफ कोर्स वी टुक देम अप. So it was like that is how we used to play the games. And at that time Rajiv Gandhi assassination also happened. Babri Masjid demolition also happened. So I still remember, we were telling people, तुम जाओगे वहाँ नहीं जाओगे, फिर यहाँ क्यों लड़ाई करना है, यहाँ शांति से बैठो, वहाँ तो जाना नहीं है किसी को, तो यहाँ क्यों बदमाशी करना, आराम से बैठो. And once there was another sparking point, and I still remember the Qazi ringing me up at 2 o'clock in the night. And then I called the SP, and that time we had those number please phone. So the operator, me talking to all SDMs, SDM talking to me, SP talking to SDO police talking to me, they talking to each other, SPI talking to each other. This was going on and on for nearly half an hour, 30 minutes. So that operator did asking, कुछ गड़बड़ हो रहा है क्या मैम? मैंने कहा तुम चुप रहो, तुम मुंह खोले तो कल सवेरे तुम पिट जाओगे. चुपचाप वहाँ बैठ के जैसे आप बोल रहे कलेक्ट करते जाओ बैठ. So, and then we got the information. So next day there was a big julus and we had our people all along. And we did it very successfully. And next day in the neighboring district we had a serious problem. So जो यहाँ इन लोग कोशिश कर रहे थे यहाँ fail हो गया, तो उधर they struck it very badly. So all this, you learn it in the process. So what I found challenging is you go alone. 2, you must be open to ideas. Because, what I say, you have a chair to take a correct decision, but you may not have all the information. And information may be lying with some people who are minuscule in the whole system, but they have an information which can be very, very vital to you. So you must have a tab. So I'll give you another example in another district where I was. We were looking for land for markets, different places we had, and of course land is a big problem. And for establishing a market, you need big chunk of land. So we used to have those village camps, open camps where all officers, villagers, everybody used to come and sit. And maybe the first lady collector in that particular area, the people were also inquisitive. So a lot of ladies also used to come to be there, and then slowly they became vocal. So there I remember a retired patwari who was just sitting in a corner. He came and he said, all this ginning factory lands is of the government. I said, no, it is not of the government. It is the owner of those factories. This area has shifted from cotton to soybean. So it's now unused. And they are developing it as a real estate people. He said, no, ma'am. Many of them are of the government. I said, are you sure about it? He said, I am sure about it. A very old man, जो British time में भी था और उसके आगे भी चला, बुढ़ा सा आदमी था. So then I told the local SDM that कल morning इसको गाड़ी से district headquarter भेज दे, record room से ये निकाल के दिखाए मुझे. And he took it out. There it was written, this land is given on lease to you for the purpose of ginning factory. Now this is where that Patwari training helped. That 1 week which I was telling you. The moment I read that, I said, ये है गड़बड़. यहाँ से अब हमको चाबी मिल गया. Then we issued notice to all of them, and we had the top, in our district level, we had the top advocates coming from not only bigger towns of Madhya Pradesh, but from Mumbai and from Delhi and everywhere. And we passed a very strong judgment, and that judgment was circulated to all districts, to all states later, and it withstood, and that time see how it helps, those 14 orders, that while writing, it withstood High Court, Supreme Court, And you must have seen in Mumbai, in many places, this land was taken back by the government for development, and malls and everything came up over a period of time. So in the sense, the challenge is that. Similarly, I remember dairy when I was posted. For 1 year, no salaries, huge market dues, huge indebtedness. So I was sent with a brief कि शायद इसको बंद करना पड़ेगा करके. And I still remember when I had open house meetings with each of the plant groups. I told them, I said, closing down is the easiest thing for me to do. 20 रुपया खर्चा है, ताला लाना है, लगा देना है. That's it. But then I have a kitty of 2-3 crores. If you work hard, right? Current salary I'll pay. Past dues will take time. But if you work hard, we'll work upon it. And I'll tell you, the same people work. Same people work. जहाँ gate meeting होता था, रोज हंगामा होता था, पैसे नहीं बट रहे थे, indebtedness बढ़ रहा था. Knowledge is with them. The knowledge was with that retired Patwari. Knowledge is with them. And I'm very happy to know that within 1 year, we paid the current salary, we paid off the old dues. By second year, we consolidated. By third, paid off the loan. I remember the bank branches said कि आप तो सिर्फ transaction कर रहे हो, कुछ नहीं कर. Because we went with a holistic approach, everything we plugged. We realized our money is in the market for a week. Then we ensured by शाम तक हमारे पास पैसा वापस कैसे आएगा. Fast rolling of money. And that is how we started off the systems, correcting, picking up the cheapest loan in the market. And at the end of it, by 3 years, we became an example. And now I'm so happy. All your mother dairy milk also comes from there, like it all took off very, very well. Same I found while drafting the steel policy. The steel was sinking sector. But again, when you open up and you talk to all stakeholders, then your policy is robust. And it withstood COVID. The first people to have a weaker, go ahead and do it. The same Samagra Common Household Database. Right. Once we did, of course, we had a lot of problems. And I still remember my juniors tell me, hey, ma'am, in video conference used to say, 2 महीने में I want this database to be completely ready, checked and digitized. तो पहले तो बहुत grumble किए all of them, but they did a great job. And then the government also helped, the politicians also helped, where the cabinet took a decision that only that database will be used by all the departments. So the advantage was you have a horizontal link. इस particular household family को क्या क्या दिया? Health दिया, 2 बच्चों को scholarship मिल रहा है, मकान दिया, toilet दिया, and ये दिया, वो दिया. Otherwise you have no way of knowing. इनके यहाँ कोई disabled है तो उसके लिए क्या करना है? And then this resulted in huge savings in scholarship. With that example only at the national level, then we created National Scholarship Portal, where 28 departments joined together. So what I'm trying to tell you here, the team in the hearts of heart, people want to work. People want achievement. They know where the mistake is. They know where the correction is to happen. You have to provide that openness and platform so that, it comes to you and then you have a chair to do the right things and decide the right things. The success followed. Everywhere the success followed. But then detailing, the devil lies in details. You can't be superfluous. You have to get down in nuts and bolts and delegate and do it and a strict monitoring. And then you find the results are there for all of us to see. So that's what I find the most challenging is to make people speak up and try to identify where the problem lies. And they should have a confidence that you will stand by them. Small mistakes, you will stand by them. Big mistake or a malafide, you are going to hit them. If that confidence get into them, it is actually they who deliver. आप अकेले एक जना क्या भार नहीं फोड़ सकता. So it is like that, no? But then you create that ecosystem. So if I look back and if I, like you said, what is the underlining thing? I think the underlining thing is we openness and we develop the systems. Instead of personality based, we develop the system. Therefore, it did not collapse. Continued, and today, luckily, wherever I was there, it's flourishing, so I'm happy.
Nice. So who is your mentor as an officer?
Unfortunately, in our service, we don't get mentors, but I had a lot of well-wishers. Had lots of well-wishers. I remember only in one posting, I had a big fight with some seniors who were putting their personal agenda in front of the organizational agenda. And it became a big issue at a national level. So I remember at that time Indian Express, on one side it was there, other side my caricature with my response. And I still remember one of the journalists telling me, he said with too fine comb he was reading कि कहीं तो कमजोरी आपके जवाब में मिले, नहीं मिला. मैं कहा मिल ही नहीं सकता ना, कैसे कैसे मिलेगा आपको. So that is the time I realized that okay, there were people who were absolutely, they did everything possible to sort of finish off my career. All right, but there was an equally good set of people who stood by it, and when I was fighting it out, truth prevailed. Right. So it is not like that. So you find those good, lots of them who silently supported you, some of them overtly supported you, and at the end of it, the people who tried to harm has been proved to be fools. Right. It went to that extent. On record it is. They just didn't have the understanding of the whole thing. Right. So those kind of comments are there on record. So my thing to juniors is, one, have a sterling reputation, be very ethical in your job, be very serious about your job, do your job well. You will have such irritants. I was lucky to get it only once. I remember one senior, and I was very upset at that time. So I remember one senior telling me, जब इतना high level post लेते हो तो this is all a part of the game, right? इससे भी लड़ना सीखो, लड़ो. So I said, okay, सड़क की लड़ाई है तो हम सड़क पे लड़ेंगे, you know, that kind. So that was the first experience to me, and I was pretty senior. I had put in a lot of years of service by then. तो मतलब 15 साल की नौकरी हो चुकी थी मेरी, and I never experienced that. हमेशा like I got good mentors. काम आपका अच्छा है तो you don't care about anybody kind. लड़ाई भी करते हो, सब करते हो, but then you do your job well. So if you are sincere, you will find that if such irritants come in your career graph, you will find equally good people, faceless people, with face people, strong people, weak people who will stand by you. And ultimately, I will say, truth will always be the winner, always be the winner. So never get upset with these speed breakers, which will happen. And it is bound to happen to everybody. So you should be able to handle it well. And internally, if you're truthful to yourself, you will have a peaceful sleep. So you will be at peace to yourself. And that is what is important.
So, what has been the most fulfilling and significant aspect of your role? Any incident you would like to share?
Oh, like I told you already, 2 incidents of daring and steel and in information technology. Like you see, this thing was very, very timely. I remember 3 months was given by RBI to come up with the report, and there were 2-3 reports before that on how digitization of payment system and everything should happen, but not much acceleration. So, while writing this report, my entire focus was to get into again nuts and bolts by getting information from everybody. So we got information from disabled people also as to what problem they face at the ATM, what problem they face in transaction. And similarly, when we got this information, we realized that NIFT is not 24/7, RTGS is not 24/7. So then there is a cost of 3% if you use your debit card or something. Then in debit card, you cannot give the standing instructions. So then I still remember that my first opening sentence was that, and I put a picture also, that all our digitization directions or policy we are made from the eyes of the banker, from perspective of the banker. कि उनको क्या ठीक लग रहा है, not from the user's point of view. So I said पहले उसको बदलो, and in the process we are incentivizing cash use instead of digital payment. भाई आप अगर 3% एक्स्ट्रा पे करना है तो कैश ही पे करेंगे, 3% क्यों पे करेंगे? भाई 100 रुपए की जगह 103 रुपए पे करना है तो क्यों करेगा? क्रेडिट कार्ड में तो समझ में आता है, बट डेबिट में क्यों? सिमिलरली आपको अभी पे करना है, आपका निफ्टी नहीं चल रहा, आरटीजीएस नहीं चल रहा, तो फिर अगेन पीपल विल गो मोर एंड मोर इनटू कैश. And all this, we constantly had dialogues with the RBI and the bankers and the related people. So I'm very happy. Writing also, we did it in such a way. It is on the RBI website, High Level Committee on Deepening Digital Payments. You can have a look at it. The model we adopted was, okay, this is the problem, why there is a problem, and what is the possible answer. And then in the end, we collated all possible answers as to who is to do what when kinds. Literally like a roadmap. And May 19, we submitted the report, and all these directions were issued. Against 87 recommendations, 84 are already executed. And the acid test came during lockdown in 20, because there was an alternative available to people, and immediately we had a boost in digital payments. So that made a difference. So in the sense, so you have these kind of moments which make you happy, that okay, you were a little contributor in having this entire system, which is going to push the entire thing ahead. Like we have a common scholarship portal, or GEM. It is a procurement. That time also, I remember my team took it as a challenge. They were thinking they were discussing for years together. We said, no, we'll do it in 3 months. So that time I remember cabinet secretary said, okay, 2 for services, 2 for goods. So we showed him 10 for service, 10 for good. He said, okay, 10, what about others? मैंने कहा सर सॉफ्टवेयर 10 का लिख दिया तो हम 1000 भी डाल सकते हैं, अब कोई दिक्कत नहीं है हमको. We can enhance it as much as possible. And we linked it to Treasury, PFMS system. That was where my whole team was reluctant, because उसमें बहुत झगड़ा था between PFMS and them. Both had to walk something. But because that happened, the whole system is working. So straight from the budget, the payments are out. There is no problem into that. Similarly, I remember the DBT, direct benefit transfers. Today we are talking सीधा हम खाते में डाल देंगे. इसका origin is, it was there very limited. So that was in 2012, right? It was I was in state at that time, and in Government of India it was discussed कि इसको करना है. So they asked me, will your state Madhya Pradesh like to take the challenge? We said, okay, we'll take the challenge, we'll do it. And then we picked up Manrega. So they said Manrega तो सबसे मुश्किल है, हमने कहा इसीलिए उसको लिया है. अगर Manrega हो गया, all other government to citizen payment or government to person payment is once in a month, once in, like scholarship साल में एक बार होता है, pension महीने में एक बार होता है, so और कोई business transaction है तो once in a blue moon होता है, या 2 महीने में एक बार होता है. But Narega is every month in different corners, in different places, in different people, through different systems. Post office non-digitized था तब, cooperative banks non-digitized था तब, and other banks and everything and all systems talk to each other. So we realized the problem, and I had a brilliant team of 4 people who used to monitor every day. And I still remember that time in Bhopal, IT of every bank, IT of PFMS, and IT of the MIS system, that is Narega. They all came to Bhopal, and literally I locked them for 3 days. पहले दिन तो बहुत लड़े कि हमारा सही है, प्रॉब्लम तो तुम्हारे में है, इसीलिए नहीं होता है. They went on and on, and by second day they started talking. By third day they decided to resolve and started resolving, and within a month we did it. And the system was so good, each state came and camped there for 1 week. Because with post office we agreed the payment will reach after 20 days, क्योंकि वो digitized नहीं था. तो 20 दिन में पहुंचेगा. We said no problem, 20 दिन में पहुंच जाए. We created a software now, and that triggered the need for post offices to digitize. And today all post offices are digitized. Our cooperative banks are getting digitized. So, it triggered off that moment. And that is how we worked it out. And each state came and stayed there for a week, picked up the things, went back, replicated. Within 4 months, the whole thing was done. And the biggest advantage was, once you make a bridge, and today there is hardly any payment of the government which is paid in cash. Hardly. बिल्कुल नहीं. कुछ 1-2 टेंडर्स डॉक्यूमेंट में अभी भी बैंक गारंटी या चेक्स वगैरह चल रहे हैं, which is slowly getting removed. Otherwise, cash handling has become zero. That has also enabled not to park the money. नहीं तो स्कीम का पैसा आया, निकाल के आप एक बैंक में डाल दिया. So central treasury and state treasury में it hits. Now it's a real time. When you need a payment, you draw from the treasury. So money movement also becomes very easy. I'm very, very happy that we got the opportunity to first roll down this direct benefit transfer. And it was a learning. So if you are ready learner, I'm very sure you find the solution.
So you have implemented many successful softwares like Samagra, Punch, Parmeshwar, RuPay Card, and many more. So where did you get the inspiration from?
Inspiration is, you get into the problem, and if you get a knowledge somewhere, because I remember at that time when we were doing this DBT, this RuPay card thinking. So I said, the way you are advertising, मुझको भी नहीं पता RuPay क्या है, because the bank offers me Visa card, right? और Mastercard. RuPay card तो मुझे किसी बैंक ने कभी नहीं दिया. So क्या चीज़ है ये? And then, the problem is still there. which I am asking them to fight it out. रुपए कार्ड में आप वर्नाकुलर में नाम नहीं लिख पा रहे क्योंकि वो मशीनें सब इम्पोर्टेड है. मैंने कहा जब चाइना चाइनीज में लिख सकता है, जापान जापानीज में लिख सकता है, हम क्यों नहीं लिख सकते वर्नाकुलर में? तो वी हैव कम अप विद अ इंटरमीडिएटरी सिस्टम, नॉट वेरी गुड. वो बिल्कुल वो इंग्लिश के बीच में का स्पेस में वो बन के उस पर स्टिकर लगता है. तो यू गेट द नेम. आई सेड व्हेन यू हैव डिसाइडेड दैट हर एक का बैंक अकाउंट होगा और हर एक के पास रुपए कार्ड होगा तो उसको नाम तो पढ़ना आना चाहिए अपना. वर्नाकुलर वो पढ़ सकता है या नहीं पढ़ सकता, तो कोई ना कोई तो है जो वर्नाकुलर में पढ़ लेगा. बट आप अगर अंग्रेजी में काट दोगे तो फिर कैसा चलेगा? एंड आई फाइंड इंडियन माइंड इज टेरिफिक इन मैथमेटिक्स. चाहे लिटरेट हो चाहे इलिटरेट हो, यू विल फाइंड जो आपके घर में भी काम करती है हिसाब किताब में बिल्कुल पक्की होगी, चाहे अंगूठा छाप हो. तो इंडियन माइंड वर्क्स देयर. मैंने देखा ना हाउ क्विकली देयर. दिस पंच परमेश्वर यू टॉक्ड अबाउट, वी टोल्ड सरपंच विल ऑल्सो नॉट ड्रॉ मनी. अब हमने डीबीटी एस्टेब्लिश कर दिया. आप भी अपना पेमेंट, आपको सिर्फ 2 ही चीजें डालनी है, अपना कैश बुक और वर्क बुक, बस 2 एंट्री करनी है. बाकी जो सीएजी के लिए 8 रिपोर्ट्स चाहिए, ये चाहिए, वो सब कंप्यूटर बना के देगा. एंड ऑल योर पेमेंट्स यू विल डू ऑनलाइन. और सारे सरपंच हड़ताल पे बैठ गए कि नहीं हमको तो चेकबुक चाहिए, हमको चेकबुक चाहिए. आई टोल्ड सीएम, मैंने कहा सर ये तो नहीं हो सकता, चेकबुक तो नहीं मिलेगी, इनको करना पड़ेगा. पूरा लड़ाई होके दे स्टार्टेड डूइंग इट. एंड व्हाट अमेज्ड अस, समथिंग वेरी सरप्राइजिंग फीडबैक. 50% are Mahila Sarpanch. Reservations. Many are not well educated. They all thanked me. They said, we used to be inquired into. We used to be removed from our post because हमको पता नहीं चलता था कि the secretary of the पंचायत किस में हमारी साइन ले रहा है चेक में. But now there is a trail of every money. So we are protected. Only thing they demanded and which then we agreed upon कि साल भर में 50,000 cash in hand आप हमको अलाउ करें. तो वी अलाउड देम. ओके, कहते हैं कभी गमी होती है, कभी शादी होती है, कहीं कुछ होता है तो हमको थोड़ा कैश चाहिए. वी अलाउड दैट. दैट रिड्यूस्ड करप्शन कंसिडरेबली. आई एम नॉट सेइंग जीरो, क्योंकि ईंट खरीदने वाले से पहले ही कुछ ले लेते होंगे, सीमेंट वाले से ले लो, दैट्स पॉसिबल. बट एटलीस्ट नाउ ऑल पेमेंट्स बिकेम ऑनलाइन, all works became online, and slowly if you look at the system of rural development department at the national level also, you will be amazed to know that over last nearly I'll tell you from 2011 onwards इतना robust information वहाँ है. जियो टैगिंग आ गया, सब आ गया. मतलब they used every possible technology in the remotest area of the country. So our Indian system is ready to absorb the technology provided you take it directly. और आप superfluous करके मत करो. आप अगर properly उसमें चलोगे, you will get the advantage. So that's how it works.
So tell us about your book, You at Game Changer.
Yes, actually You at the Rate Game Changer is meant for all political elected representatives, whether it is a sarpanch or MLA or MPs, because invariably you will find people accept, they win with a lot of promises, right? हम ये कर देंगे, हम वो कर देंगे, हम वो कर देंगे. And after winning, they wonder where the funds are, कैसे करेंगे, क्या करेंगे, kind of a thing. And one thing which we also as a citizens have in mind, कि India is a poor financial resource country, so therefore we have to accept substandard. मतलब गांव में गंदगी भी होगी तो कीचड़ भी होगा, तो खुला भी होगा, और ऐसा भी होगा, वैसा भी होगा टाइप. So this is the impression I tried to blast it in this book. You will be surprised to know an average size of a panchayat is 1500 to 2000 population. मतलब 500 से 600 घर, right? That is the size of a panchayat spread over 2-3 villages. And each panchayat gets 1 crore of rupees per annum. So now you tell me, क्यों हमारे सारे गलियां सीमेंट कंक्रीट नहीं होना चाहिए, पाइपलाइन नहीं होना चाहिए, ड्रेनेज नहीं होना चाहिए? क्यों नहीं होना चाहिए? बिल्कुल होना चाहिए. बढ़िया स्कूल बिल्डिंग में कमरा होना चाहिए, क्यों नहीं होना चाहिए? So this book has opened that cataract from their eyes and making them understand that okay, this money is available and this money is at the disposal of the panchayat. This kind of a similar money is available in urban at the disposal of the urban ward people. So and a district gets 1200 crores per annum. एनी बिजनेसमैन 15 से 20 लाख पॉपुलेशन एवरेज डिस्ट्रिक्ट की होती है. 15 से 20 लाख पॉपुलेशन में हर साल 1200 करोड़ दे रहा है. इट इज माइनस सैलरी. लेट मी टेल यू, सैलरी इसमें जोड़ा नहीं है मैंने. और उसमें आप बोल दो कि भाई एग्रीकल्चर 100% इरिगेशन चाहिए, सड़कें टॉप क्लास चाहिए, बिल्डिंग्स टॉप क्लास चाहिए, क्यों नहीं हो सकता? And if you see a good performing state and a bad performing state, this is the difference. In a bad performing state, even if I discount corruption, 50% of the amount lapses. They just don't have absorption capacity. नहीं इस्तेमाल करते पैसा. And I still remember at that time P. Chidambaram was the finance minister in one of the conference when I presented this first time in 2008. I pointed it out, and that's how in 10th plan there was a paragraph on convergence. And in 11th plan, if you see, every scheme had convergence everywhere. Because I found for a similar objective, you have 2-3 schemes spread over 2-3 departments, right? So when the objective is same, why not bring them together? So while doing that, I still remember he said, okay, अगर lapse हो गया तो it's a saving. And I maybe I was young, तो ज़्यादा मुफटनेस तो अभी भी है, but तब शायद ज़्यादा था. So I said, sir, it is losing opportunity. जिसको स्कूल नहीं बनाया वो तो बच्चा 5 साल रह गया, उसके जिंदगी तो परमानेंट लॉस हो गया. So then he laughed it out and he said, yes, you are right. It's losing opportunity, so we must learn to spend this money, which is provided for. And that's why this entire book is for elected representative, that you can transform completely. It is talking of 4 ladders. One ladder is a top class infrastructure for which this money is available, which comes from your finance commission, state finance commission, Manrega kind of schemes, then school, health, these kind of departments all put together. Then the second should be social protection. So you must go for a Samagra kind of a common household database where all entitlements are thrown up by software. So किसी को वृद्धावस्था पेंशन मिलनी है, किसी को डिसेबिलिटी मिलनी है, बच्चों को स्कॉलरशिप मिलनी है, हेल्थ का मिलना है, डेथ हो गई तो गवर्नमेंट पेज अ लमसम टू LIC एज एन इंश्योरेंस ऑन डेथ. वो पैसा क्लेम ही नहीं करते, पता ही नहीं होता. एंड LIC नीड्स ओनली 2 things. So we linked that with this Panch Parmeshwar and Samagra software, that you have to only upload below poverty line and death certificate. Immediately 70,000 goes into the account of the person. So the systems can really grow well. And now, once there were fights in the ministry, fiefdom was there, everybody trying to do it. But once they see the advantage of it, because it's like a win-win situation, their own performance improves. And the biggest shocker came when they realized that the same set of students were getting scholarship under the name of different colleges. वो एक धंधा बना हुआ था. इस फाइल में अप्रूव किया, इस फाइल में अप्रूव किया, इस फाइल में अप्रूव किया. There is no way to know कि there are common names. But the moment you shift to the software part of it, this was caught. And there was a saving, immediate year 1 saving was nearly 700 crores of rupees. So even the political reservations which were there, it became fine. In fact, they were worried that people will say corruption, and we said, no, you said this has been there for decades. Now you have improved the system and use that money for floating another scheme. ऐसा तो सरकार रख के क्या करेगी, और benefits देगी लोगों को. So that is how it works. And same thing then was upgraded at the national level. And that's what made a difference. So this book, second ladder is on social protection. The third ladder is unique livelihood opportunities. वो हिंदी फिल्म का जो इम्प्रेशन है ना कि विधवा हो गई तो कपड़े सिल के बच्चों को पाल रही है. So one has to come out of it. Skilling में टेलरिंग सिखा रहे हैं, उससे नहीं होता है. Each area has a speciality. So you must go. जैसे I'll give you an example which I have given in the book and which was tried it out also. पुदीना उगता है, तो किसी एरिया में पुदीना बहुत उगता है. So instead of selling pudina as pudina, to the masale wala, the dried one, why don't you make menthol out of it, right? Confectionery and pharmaceuticals are ready buyers for it. And it doesn't require much space. It just needs a series of 3-4 decanters. Now, this you can have in a group of 10 panchayats where you grow a lot of mint leaves. And it gives employment to at least 20-25 youth. Somebody brings it and you run that decanter plant. The dry pudina oil is extracted. The dry pudina goes to the masala industry. They'll buy it from your doorstep. And this oil, menthol, is taken up by pharmacy and confectionery. So in the sense, a step up can be pushed back to the rural areas. You can't expect them कि वो sauce बना के बेचेंगे, no. But pulp बना के उसको तो preserve करके भेज सकते हैं. And then, there is a processing and marketing and all experts. Like you go for the dairy example, no? Like, in fact, maybe I learned it from the dairy example. कि जहाँ जो प्रोड्यूस कर रहा है उसका काम है दूध प्रोड्यूस करना बस, और दे देना एक काउंटर पे, अपना पैसा लेना। उसके बाद देयर आर एक्सपर्ट्स to bring that milk, maintain the temperature, process it, market it, make products out of it, capture the market. So that is how you will have to work upon. So that is what this book is talking. And the fourth ladder is of a community. So by community, what I mean is that there are some places where community has to play active role. चाइल्ड मैरिज नहीं होना है, बदतमीजियाँ नहीं होना है, लड़की से छेड़छाड़ नहीं होना है, जो आँख का लिहाज पहले होता था ना, इफ यू ब्रिंग इट बैक automatically the society becomes good and sensible, you know, like पहले तो पड़ोसी भी डांट देगा अगर if you are doing something wrong, so that has to come back. So these four ladders I have described, and you are the game changer, and you will be happy to know that some state governments have literally given it to every panchayat. So more than 45,000 copies have reached and translated into Hindi and Marathi, and maybe in Oriya also it will happen. So that is how it is going. So basically it is to tell the politician the problem is not money, the problem is management. तो वो एक बार उनके दिमाग में घुस गया, and I have found, and we have called it a smart village, smart ward, and we have found across the country now literally you have against 2.5 lakh panchayats, there are 80,000 panchayats which have gone become smart. सब मतलब वो पैरामीटर्स खुद ही 25 पैरामीटर, एंड नॉट लाइक एन इकोनॉमिस्ट, बहुत सिंपल, आप 25 सीढ़ियां बना दो कि कोई गली सीमेंट कंक्रीट के बिना नहीं होगी, और क्वालिटी बनाओगे। सरपंच खुद ही बोलते हैं कि सीमेंट कंक्रीट अच्छे से हम तराई करके बनाएंगे तो 10 साल नहीं देखना हमको, नालियां बनाओ, पाइप वाटर बनाओ, पंचायत भवन बनाओ, कंप्यूटर लगाओ, यू नो, CSC सेंटर खोलो, बैंक के लिए 10 पंचायतों में एक जगह बना के दो उनको, so that you know at least हफ्ते में 2 दिन वहीं खुलेगी. So all those things, if you start off, they trigger. They know their problem very well, so they'll solve it. And once they understand the quality of life, what amazed us is these panchayats that came up, they had the least of gastroenteritic problem. You know, the doctor's report, which we never targeted for, but then it came as a byproduct. They did not have. वो बीमारी खत्म हो गई, मलेरिया कम हो गया. You see, sanitation per se जो बोलते हैं ना, so it is not just toilets or ODF करो. All this becomes a package. That is how it works. So that is what the book is. And now this new book has come up. I can show you. You can see it.
Dancing Towards a Holistic View.
Yeah, Dancing Towards for a 5 trillion economy. Right. This was released only on 19th of May. So my father's birthday. So that's the day we released it. So this is doing 10 sectors we have picked up, where if you want to achieve 5 trillion, you can't have a knee-jerk or crisis management policies. You have to again think holistics. You have to plug every hole. Then success will follow, then 5 trillion will also happen. Otherwise it will remain a slogan. So that is what I've tried to analyze in this book.
So what all are do's and don'ts you would like to suggest for students who are just preparing for civil services?
Very right. The do's and don'ts I'll put for the young students. First of all, you take civil service provided you want to, not because of peer pressure, not because of parents' pressure, not because somebody is saying, or it's fashionable to take the exam. No. आपको दिल से लगता है तो लो. And then, like I said before, you run through the syllabus and decide the subject which you do. फिर उसके बाद दुनिया कुछ भी बोलती रहे. If you are strong in science, take science subject. Don't people will say, अरे वो scoring है, ये scoring है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. There is equalization done by UPSC. मैथ्स में 100 आ गए और किसी को इसमें 50 आए तो इक्वलाइज हो जाते हैं. ये नहीं कि सब मैथ्स वाले आपके सिविल सर्विस में आ जाएंगे. इट इज़ नॉट लाइक दैट. So you decide on a subject which you can handle. Number 2. Number 3, don't be selective in your study. पूरा syllabus आपको cover करना ही है. It is not like college, चलो ये question option में छोड़ देंगे, है ना, या अगर ऑप्शन नहीं भी रहा तो छोड़ देंगे, क्या होगा, 5वां नंबर जाएंगे, यू नो. नो, यहाँ तो एक एक नंबर की लड़ाई है. तो कवर एंटायर सिलेबस. देन हैव योर टाइम टेबल. देन फॉर जनरल स्टडीज and first knowledge of the subject you have chosen, listen this very carefully. 10th class के CBSE books are more than enough. 10वीं से 9वीं 10वीं के किताबें आप बिल्कुल कहते हैं ना, चाट जाओ, उसको पढ़ लो. ज्योग्राफी, स्टैटिस्टिक्स, सिविल, नॉलेज, सिविक्स, हिस्ट्री, एंशिएंट, मिडिवल, मॉडर्न, रोमिला थापर वगैरह के लिए thoroughly पढ़ लो उसको. और एक बार आपने बारीकी से इन सबको पढ़ लिया सिविल सर्विस के लिए, दैट इज मोर देन इनफ। देन में हम लोग तो नोट्स बना देते, अब तो आपका कंप्यूटर का ज़माना है। ओपन फोल्डर्स एंड ईच टॉपिक पे व्हेन यू गेट इंफॉर्मेशन, डोंट कॉपी पेस्ट, रीड, मेक नोट्स एंड पेस्ट। जब आप नोट्स बनाते हैं तो वो इधर जाता है, कॉपी पेस्ट करते हो वो बाद में पढ़ेंगे, वो कभी नहीं आता है। तो स्टोर इट एंड बिल्ड अप अ स्टोरी। जो भी आज चीज हो रही है उसकी फिर अपने आप स्टोरी आपको मिलती जाएगी। सो यू विल गेट टू नो द ओरिजिन ऑफ दैट प्रॉब्लम, व्हाट्स द करंट इशू, what are the possible solution, both internal as well as external, global, state level, town level, everything you will understand very well. So that is how you should prepare for it. So पहला तो फोकस रखो और 3 से 4 घंटा आप फोकस अपनी पढ़ाई, सेल्फ स्टडी जो बोलते हैं ना, वो अगर आप करोगे, बाकी जो टाइम है यू आर थिंकिंग, वो हिंदी में देयर इज अ वर्ड कॉल्ड मनन, आप सोचते रहते हो उसके बारे में, so that will remain fit into your mind. That is very important. Plus, it's more a revision time. I remember for history, I used to read Amar Chitrakatha, and my brother used to get cheesed off. He used to solve problems because preparing for IIT entrance, and I was used to read happily Amar Chitrakatha. So he used to tell me, "क्या हो रहा है?" मेरे का मेरा पढ़ाई हो रहा है, ये history पढ़ रही है. But that helped me, you know, tiny things in that as a revision, not as a reference book or textbook. और एक किताब मेजर आपकी होनी चाहिए जिसमें आपका पूरा सिलेबस है और आप पढ़ रहे हो। इनफैक्ट आई रिमेंबर राव दैट टाइम टेलिंग मी इट इज बेटर टू रीड वन बुक 10 टाइम्स इंस्टेड ऑफ 10 बुक्स वंस। बहुत ज़रूरी है एक मेजर रेफरेंस बुक रखो, बट कई बार क्या होता है कि कोई पर्टिकुलर चैप्टर किसी और किताब में अच्छा है तो सिर्फ वो चैप्टर के लिए आप दूसरी किताब में जाओ, बट अदरवाइज स्टिक टू व्हाटएवर। और जो भी आपके सीनियर्स हैं या करंट में हैं या कोचिंग क्लास है, दे विल सजेस्ट यू द राइट काइंड ऑफ बुक्स। So basically, again, sounding repetitive, do it if you want to do it. It's a brilliant career, brilliant service. It gives you a great opportunity to do the right things. And if you, I still remember, you know, we were the first one जब अब्दुल कलाम के साथ हम लोगों ने वो कैलिपर्स बनाए थे। तो you know, निम्हांस हॉस्पिटल था जहाँ डॉक्टर का रोल था to experiment on the children. DRDO Abdul Kalam was there, so he gave that composite material जो मिसाइल में जाता है। And me as a civil servant, my job was of different age group के ऐसे लोग आइडेंटिफाई करा के उनको कन्विंस करके निम्हांस तक एक्सेस कराना। The calipers used to weigh 3 kgs, you know, पोलियो जिसको हो जाता है, तो you can imagine कितना वजनी होता है। Composite material is as strong as steel, right? And it can take off very well, and it weighs 300 grams. सोचो 300 ग्राम, कहाँ 3 किलो, कहाँ 300 ग्राम, and that was experimented at that time and it was successful. So today you will find all calipers of composite material, all calipers have come. So that was very interesting when you get, you know, these kind of people coming together. So while you are preparing for anything, there is no knowledge which is useless. तो आप जब सब्जेक्ट पढ़ रहे हो, आप फिल्म्स का भी पढ़ रहे हो, आप इधर का भी पढ़ रहे हो, आप उधर का भी पढ़ रहे हो, दैट्स ऑल हेल्पफुल फॉर यू एंड यू गो अहेड विद दैट। सो ट्राई टू स्टडी इट दैट वे। तो पढ़ाई, फोकस, सब्जेक्ट डिसाइड करो, रिपीट करो, रिवाइज करो, लिखने की प्रैक्टिस करो, बिकॉज मेन एग्जाम में आपको लिखना पड़ेगा। योर हैंड्स गेट टायर्ड, यू नो, और एक के बाद एक पेपर होता है, समटाइम्स देयर इज नो गैप। So you must get into the habit of writing. Handwriting भी थोड़ी सुधार लो, और रीडर को ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए कि क्या लिखा है। तो a good handwriting is also an edge, little edge तो मिलता है, clarity होनी चाहिए। And most important, जब आप लिखते हो ना, your thoughts get streamlined. Many a times आपने देखा होगा कि आप एक टॉपिक पे बात कर रहे हो, आप जंप करके दूसरी चले जाते हो, there is no story उसमें। फिर आपको कोई पॉइंट याद आता है तो ऊपर तो जगह नहीं है, आप यहाँ लिख देते हो जिसका कोई रेलेवेंस नहीं है। सो डोंट डू दैट। एक बार आप जब आंसर लिखने में आदत करो, क्वेश्चन इज लाइक अ पैराग्राफ, यू नो, उसमें बहुत सारी चीजें पूछी होती है। सो लिस्ट इट डाउन, 2 सेकेंड, धीरे धीरे प्रैक्टिस में आप 2-3 सेकेंड में कर लोगे या 1 मिनट में कर लोगे। उसमें अपने जॉट डाउन करो साइड में कि व्हाट इज गोइंग टू बी द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ योर आंसर। और वर्ड लिमिट होती है, आपको 300 वर्ड्स में करना है, 500 वर्ड में करना है, 1000 वर्ड में करना है, एंड डू इट। सो इट इज नॉट अ डिफिकल्ट एग्जाम, इट इज पॉसिबल। बी फोकस्ड and then you can do it.
So what's the first step and how and where to start preparing for civil services?
See, I'll tell you, people are under misnomer कि हम graduation से subject लेके आ, नहीं, यू आर टू यंग, 18-19 साल में कहाँ आपको उतना कल होता है. मोमेंट यू रीच फाइनल ईयर ऑफ ग्रेजुएशन बिकम सीरियस अबाउट इट एंड वर्कआउट. आप 21 साल में पहला पेपर दे सकते हो. 1 से 1.5 साल की स्टडी इज इनफ, मोर देन इनफ. बट फोकस स्टडी करो, तब आप बिल्कुल आप ले लो. लेने के बाद पुराने क्वेश्चन पेपर्स ले लो, रीड थ्रू क्वेश्चन पेपर्स पुराने, देन जीरो ऑन द सब्जेक्ट. एक बार आपने सब्जेक्ट जीरो कर लिया, देन यू कैन टॉक टू द पीयर ग्रुप्स, नो द बुक्स एंड एवरीथिंग, और अपना टाइम टेबल बना के शुरू करो. टाइम टेबल फेल होता है, हमारा भी होता है, कई बार होता है, बट डजेंट मैटर एज फार एज यू आर एबल टू कैच अप. तो टाइम टेबल बनाओ और एक एक चैप्टर, और ये हमेशा होगा, इट विल ऑलवेज हैपन. देर आर सम चैप्टर्स विच यू विल मास्टर क्विकली. There are some chapters where you will have to give more time, and that becomes irritant, so you just drop it. So don't do that. If it takes more time, take a week to do that chapter or that particular topic, doesn't matter. Write, make notes, refer it again and again and again. So it finally reaches a level where your mind is absolutely crystal clear on the issues, right? And then it's not impossible to make it, definitely not. So beginning is do this, and then if you feel like you can join a coaching center, or maybe not initially, at a later phase you can join. थोड़ा सा अपना सब्जेक्ट मास्टरी हो गया तो, एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स बिकॉज द कोचिंग सेंटर का सबसे बड़ा एडवांटेज ये है कि यू गेट अ पीयर ग्रुप हु इज ऑल प्रिपेयरिंग, so discussing with them, knowing it, giving test papers at coaching center, so it all helps for skilling. Don't think a coaching sector is going to teach you the topic. If you think कि कोचिंग सेंटर में वो चैप्टर सिखाएंगे तब हम सीखेंगे, नो. सेल्फ स्टडी, पहले चैप्टर पढ़ लो, वहाँ रिविजन है, वहाँ पे वो एक्स्ट्रा पॉइंट्स क्या है वो एब्जॉर्ब करो, एंड दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सी ट्रीट इट लाइक अ रिविजन, बट आपका स्टडी ये होना चाहिए कि यू शुड बी एबल टू कंप्लीट इट एंड अंडरस्टैंड इट वेरी फुली, एंड वंस यू आर एबल टू डू इट, देन एब्सोल्युटली नो प्रॉब्लम, यू कैन गो अहेड, right? And then it's a practice. Treat coaching sector as your practice place, or adding on to your knowledge place, not as a first step learning place. So this difference is very important, very important.
So what advice would you like to give to new officers?
New officers, I'll say be ethical, be clear, don't hesitate in saying what you say, and make noting. Always note if you disagree with something with reasons. It is a paper which stands by you. It is very, very important, and I have seen that is what has helped me all along the career. Today you hear so many stories and everything, and ultimately it is a bureaucrat which is a steel frame. We must understand that. We had political parties who were there for 10 years, 15 years, like that. But then, of course, it's changing things. Continuity, good thought process, doing the homework on the table. It is a job of the bureaucrat, right? If the COVID is doing well, it is a bureaucrat who has done nuts and bolts. And if COVID handling is not done well, then it is a bureaucrat. We can blame the politicians for not taking right decisions. But bringing on the table of the politician to take a right decision is your job, right? मतलब जैसे कहते हैं ना, पका पकाया आपको लेके जाना पड़ेगा. So that is very, very important. And don't give up. You are not a kid. You are a serious officer. You can't be sort of tagged to walk 2 steps. You must know, okay, anticipate the problem. Anticipate. I was really pained. The disaster management, when we talk about disaster management, is a document in which you anticipate the problem and create a scenario like a plugin. So you anticipate a problem. Okay, you may need so many beds. You may need oxygen. You may need medicine. If yes, then who is to do what when? कहाँ अस्पताल बनेंगे, कौन गद्दे लगाएगा, कौन से फिलैंथ्रोपिक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को हमको टच करना है, ऑक्सीजन हमको कौन सी इंडस्ट्री को बोलना है, उसको स्विच ओवर होने कितना दिन लगता है, 2 दिन लगता है. फिर हमको लाने में हमारा पाइपलाइन होना चाहिए, एक टैंकर से हम लेके आए, हमारे सिलेंडर्स बन के रेडी होना चाहिए, वी शुड बी एबल टू गिव इट, दवाइयाँ कौन सी चाहिए, डॉक्टर्स प्रोटोकॉल, all this होने से at the most when the crisis strikes you may be disturbed for 1 or 2 days, 24 hours to 40 hours, not more than that. Absolutely non-excusable, right? See, a country where we ultimately produce as much oxygen as needed, entire steel industry. I remember somebody asking me, मैंने कहा कुछ नहीं करो, स्टील इंडस्ट्री को मैप करो और सबको फोन करो कि इंडस्ट्री की जगह मेडिकल ऑक्सीजन बनाए. और स्टील इंडस्ट्री लकीली बिकॉज ऑफ अ स्ट्रॉन्ग होलिस्टिक स्टील पॉलिसी वी कर्व में आ गए हैं, तो दे विल पुट मनी ऑल्सो. वो बना देंगे, वो कर भी देंगे, जो एडिशनल इक्विपमेंट लगाना होगा विल बी रेडी. Started off. Logistic created another 10 days problem delay. Right? Not acceptable. Not at all acceptable. Right? See, after all, it's a state's responsibility. So my lesson to the young bureaucrats is that आप अपना काम सही करो, ना ऊपर की कुर्सी का, ना नीचे की कुर्सी का. Your own chair. What you are supposed to do, plan it out well. And half good planning in your personal life, in any life, is half better one if you do it. And disaster management is not something to take lightly. I remember when you get an industry, you have an industry disaster plan. If you have floods नहीं आएंगे, 10 साल में एक बार आएंगे. But every 3 months you revise कि बोट कहाँ से आएगी, लोग कहाँ शिफ्ट करेंगे, कहाँ रखेंगे, क्यों करेंगे. You know, so it's like plug in. Okay, हो गया. Start off. So everybody knows किसको क्या करना है. It's like a mime. You know, you just create a mimic the whole scenario and you are prepared for it. So that mimic is a must. So you can't say that you are completely unprepared. No, not acceptable. So this is the role of a bureaucrat. And now I'll tell you, India has a potential. India has a potential. 1.3 billion people. We are young. But don't make it a liability by just not being effective. The world is not going to wait for you. Today, Bangladesh per capita income is better than you. Vietnam will catch up with you. Indonesia will catch up with you. African countries will catch up. सब अपनी रेस चल रहे हैं. We can't afford to be left behind. You know, the world is interested in you as a big consumer. But we don't want to be just consumer. We want to be the manufacturer also. And we want to be the marketeer as well. Right? And we are capable. We have the brain. And I always say Indians have a best brain. Multitasking Indian के brain में embedded है वो. Because right from childhood you know 2-3 languages. So एकदम brain आपका तैयार है. But ecosystem बनाना भी young bureaucrat का काम है. And some of them are doing a brilliant work. And you yourself realize in the all chaos जिसने अच्छा किया, all of us, you know, उनको हाथों हाथ ले लिया. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि good work will not be appreciated or will not be talked about. You will be flagged. You will be flagged. Please do your duties correctly. If you are disagreeing, note it down in crystal clear words, you know, with reasoning. Don't have your own agenda. Have the organized agenda. If you are guided by your personal agenda, you are finished as a bureaucrat. Don't. And things will automatically fall in your line. Like I said, बीच में speed breaker आ सकते हैं, but nothing will stop. Nothing will stop you.
So now we will start our rapid round.
Okay.
Your favorite actor and actress?
Okay. When I was teenager, then Rishi Kapoor was of course there, and we enjoyed. And I still remember our school has banned to go and see Bobby movie. And BHEL being a closed area, there used to be one theatre, Nataraj Theatre, whose owner was friendly to our parents. Right? They're all friends. So वहाँ के काउंटर में भी बोल दिया था कि स्कूल के स्टूडेंट्स नहीं होना चाहिए. तो हम लोग छुप के जाके लेके टिकट लेके we have seen that movie. So Rishi Kapoor was of course there and still fond of it. I remember when in graduation I decided कि exam खत्म होने के बाद me and my friend will go and watch the movie. And torrential rain. So we went to see Rafu Chakkar by wearing raincoat. Raincoat पहन के गए थे movie देखने. So that is how it works.
And what about actress?
Actress, I don't know. May not be. Any good performer was fine with me.
Your favorite color?
I love blue.
The brand you love the most?
I'm a very non-brand person. Very non-brand. Anything which is functional and good, I'm happy with it.
Your favorite destination?
I've reached a stage when I want peace and quietness. So any destination where I get it is fine with me. Right. I must have my creature comforts and I'm happy.
Favorite book?
My favorite book, you know, my father's book. My father was a management expert, of course, and by education he was an engineer, but he emerged and he was the first to introduce PERT CPM into the public sector and everything. So he wrote a book on Gita with its management. And I find it very learning. See, we learned a lot from our parents, but me and my brother always regret. See, my father had an equal command on Sanskrit as he had on English, Hindi, his own technical things and management principles. But वो संस्कृत का कमांड हम लोग बिल्कुल नहीं सीख पाए. So that is one book I refer. जब भी ऐसे कोई ज़रूरत पड़ती है तो I think I found it very double. I refer it multiple times.
Things in your wish list?
Okay, I want to be debt free. That is my topmost thing. Then, of course, I want my son to get married. That's the second. That's a personal thing. And I have reached the stage. My wish list is very, very clear. India should get what it deserves. We can't allow anybody to mess around with it. Ultimately, it is the citizens we have to decide and go ahead with it. That is very important. It's my very strong wish list. मतलब जैसे कहते हैं ना कि लायक बच्चा हो के अगर अच्छा ना करे तो बहुत बुरा लगता है. So India, which all its capabilities, if we don't have a higher growth rate and we don't generate employment, we don't bring in top class infrastructure to our people, top class healthcare, education, then it's something worrisome. Something worrisome.
One thing that you would like to change if you are provided superpower.
One thing I like to change is people should get focused. बहुत बहुत बोलते हैं हम लोग. Enough of talks. Deliver. And second thing is set standards. Like if I look back in my career, everywhere we set standards and we never compromised with that standard. This has to be achieved. If you set that standard, you will find ways and means to achieve. And if you compromise the standard, then you will find excuses not to achieve. I remember once we were discussing, we said, why you fail, you can write a big volume. But why you succeeded, you will be scratching your head. Where do you pinpoint why you succeeded? So therefore, it is very, very important that set the standards high and achieve it. So our SOPs, and we should have clear-cut SOPs. सड़क बनेगी तो ऐसी ही बनेगी. See, the beauty of PMGSY, Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, is irrespective of population, they set the standard of road construction. They said no road will be constructed less than the standard. And that made the whole difference. So you had a very good network of interior roads. That's very important. So such SOPs are important. School means what? School is not कि एक पेड़ के नीचे भी है, एक कमरे का भी है. No. School means so many classrooms, so many teachers, toilet, pani, this, that, playground. Teachers taught this way, students taught this way, such benchmarks in their education. That's what makes a difference. So you must set the standards very clearly. And under no circumstances we should compromise. We have achieved a lot and we are capable of achieving much more. But this is very important, and that's what I always feel. Even now, in whatever way I can contribute, wherever I can contribute, I try to do that. And I'm very sure the junior lot which is doing, they are contributing very well, very well. But their effort should not get wasted. We have limited energy. So आधा energy इधर divert करेंगे तो then like I always say, that if you are clear and focused, your achievement will be 80-90% and we should allow failures also. Because if I allow 10% of bona fide failure, you will strive to achieve 80%. But if I say no failure, everything perfect, then you will set your standard low. You will say 50%, उसमें कोई गलती हो ही नहीं सकती. 50% तो achieve करेंगे. But we are losing in the game. So it's very important, set standard high, do the SOPs, do systematically and achieve it. And youngsters are doing it. I'm very happy to see their performances. But they are islands. Become a system. That is very important.
At last, one line that defines you.
I am very systematic. Means anything I do, it has to be done systematically and to perfection. So whether I'm cooking, whether I'm gardening, and I believe in smart cooking. Means if somebody takes an hour to do it, I'll finish it in half an hour. That's it. So anything you do, and if you ingrain this into you, then whatever you're doing, and no skill is a waste. Like I remember when my father got transferred from Bhopal to Hyderabad. So schooling 11th I have done. And we went there, and at that time Telangana agitation was at its peak in Andhra. So colleges didn't open. So admission to ho gaya tha, but November mein khul rahe the. And as we went on transfer, I hardly had friends there. So I joined typing and shorthand. Shorthand I failed, but typing I scored 97. Ho gaya, baat khatam, that's 76, right? Come 86, when computers were introduced, right, in offices. And I was involved in the first computerization of land records in the country. Automatically, my fingers worked on the keyboard. If I'm able to write the books, it is because my 10 fingers work, and my thought process and my typing speed is same. So you see, no skill is a waste. No skill. So learn anything, learn properly. You don't know wo kab kaam mein aayega. It is like that.
So thank you very much for your time, and it was pleasure talking to you and listening to your live experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. You made me nostalgic and think back in life, which because I live in present. जो हो गया तो हो गया करके. But then it was wonderful talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to get regular updates. Thank you for watching Amazing Mentor.